जिंदगी में किस्मत के भरोसे ना बैठो दोस्तों, क्या पता किस्मत आपके भरोसे बैठी हो। नमस्कार, वेलकम टू हेडलाइंस ऑफ द डे। इन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस इंपॉर्टेंट हेडलाइंस ऑफ द हिंदू and our first important headline is data protection bill in monsoon session. It is available on page number 1 and year related paper to government policies and interventions से in this article we have to know what are the key provisions of the digital personal data protection bill 2022, objectives and status. So friends, Digital Personal Data Protection Bill 2022 will be tabled in monsoon session in July. The new bill will replace the existing information technology rules and it aims at balancing the rights of individuals to protect their personal data and the need to process it for lawful purposes. बाकी फ्रेंड्स अर्लियर इसको हमारी वेबसाइट पे भी बहुत अच्छे से कवर किया गया है, लिंक भी अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। उसके अलावा कुछ पॉइंट्स आप यहां से भी देख सकते हैं। और नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट हेडलाइन इज इंडिया सेट टू ग्रो बाय 5.9% दिस फिस्कल IMF. It is available on page number 1 and here related to paper 3 economy section से in this article we have to know about International Monetary Fund and its recent projection for India's economic growth. So friends, IMF was established in 1944 in the aftermath of Great Depression of 1930s and it has 3 critical missions and these are furthering international monetary cooperation, encouraging the expansion of trade and economic growth and discouraging policies that would harm prosperity. Now recently IMF has projected that India's economy will grow by 5.9% for this current fiscal. Our next important headline is building safeguards. It is available on page number 6 and year related paper to polity and governance. In this article we have to know what is preventive detention, purpose, laws and legislations, issues, Supreme Court's observations and what lies ahead. So friends, recently Supreme Court observed that preventive detention laws in India are a colonial legacy and confer arbitrary power to the state. Now what is preventive detention? So friends, it means the detention of a person without trial and the objective of the preventive detention is not to punish but to prevent the detainee from doing something which is prejudicial to the state. बाकी फ्रेंड्स इसको हमारी वेबसाइट पे कल ही बहुत अच्छे से कवर किया गया है, लिंक भी अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। उसके अलावा कुछ पॉइंट्स आप यहाँ से भी देख सकते हैं। और नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट हेडलाइन इज Saudi Arabia's quest for strategic autonomy. It is available on page number 8 and year related paper to international relations. In this article we have to know how is Saudi foreign policy changing, what are the implications for the region and how does it affect India's interest and way ahead. तो फ्रेंड्स ये सारे पॉइंट्स लाइन बाय लाइन यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छे से कवर्ड है, आप एक बार जरूर देख लीजिएगा। बाकी अगर हम ओवरव्यू देखें तो Saudi Arabia recently announced a deal to normalize diplomatic ties with Iran and there were reports that Russia was mediating talks between Saudi Arabia and Syria. And earlier this week, Saudi Omani delegation traveled to Yemen to hold talks with Houthi rebels for a permanent ceasefire. All this is happening at a time when Saudi Arabia is also trying to balance between US, Russia and China. Our next and last important headline is IMD predicts normal monsoon as El Nino effect looms large this year. It is available on page number 12 and year related paper 1 geography section. In this article we have to know about El Nino and how does it affect India's weather. So friends, IMD forecast normal monsoon for this year despite El Nino concerns. Now what is El Nino? So friends, it refers to a band of warmer waters spreading from west to east in the equatorial Pacific Ocean. Similarly, La Nina occurs when band of water spread east to west and is cooler. Both the phenomena affect the weather worldwide and they can have drastic effects on economies that depend on rainfall, right? दोस्तों आज के लिए इतना ही। Thanks for listening. For regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.